Second phase of the budget session of India's Parliament is going to resume on Monday. Now, it's currently on. In fact, with several key bills to be taken up, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will be introducing a bill related to the financial proposals of the central government for the financial year 2025-26. Now, apart from this, the grants demands related to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs will also be taken up. And the Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri will also be proposing amendments made by the Lok Sabha in the oil field regulation and development amendment bill. He's the Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas. We are going to be joined by Anil Thomas, who is covering the Parliament proceedings for us. He'll be talking to us about what's expected from Parliament. As we were saying, that today the session resumes, the budget session, which is broken up into two phases. The second phase of the budget session began a little earlier this month and is going to continue till early next month. So this phase is when the budget is well and truly discussed, and finally it will be approved. The Finance Minister is expected to present some grants. Anil Thomas is finally with us. Anil, what's the main agenda for today in the Lok Sabha, both from the Treasury and the opposition's point of views?
Well, good morning, Mark. Well, it's a new week, a new beginning, and we are in the fag end of the second half of the budget session. Remember, this particular budget session is divided into two halves. The first one, where the budget is presented, that was almost for 9 sittings. This one is 18 sittings, overall, if one may see, the demand for grants has been passed on Friday. So the finance bill needs to be passed today in the Lok Sabha. So that's going to be on top of the agenda. Remember, there are still some important bills that need to be coming in the final week which begins next Monday. So all in all, the government, the Treasury benches would be trying to get the finance bill clear today in Lok Sabha. And the opposition has time and again sought various windows for disruptions. But the Treasury benches for the last 1 week have been able to hold fort well. They have been able to keep the opposition under check, especially inside Parliament, with regards to discussions, deliberations that they wanted to be, or issues they wanted to be raised. I think, the finance bill will be of utmost importance for the government, for the Treasury benches to get it clear this week and look at some other important bills that are scheduled for the final week that will be presented, or that will at least be brought or tabled in the House. When it comes to the upper house, we still got the two bills, the oil field amendment bill that's of importance, that still needs clearance, and that will be up for discussions and deliberations.
Can you explain to us a little bit about that bill, Anil, about the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas's demands in terms of this oil field bill, and what is the opposition expected to do in the Rajya Sabha?
Well, when it comes to the oil fields amendment bill, there were a few archaic rules that were outdated, that needed to be changed. This particular bill has been passed. There are a few changes, especially when it comes to certain subclause in the bill that will be introduced by the minister. So it's going to be rather on a voice call purely, that these amendments that are being proposed, especially in the oil field amendment bill by the petroleum minister, that needs to be cleared. So I think not much of an hiccup, not much of a headache for the Treasury benches, especially when it comes to getting the oil field amendments bill. But it's a finance bill, and issues outside Parliament that will be up for what the opposition will be gunning or bringing to the table for some answers with the government, especially the High Court Judge Cash case that's making headlines. That will be up for that is going to be strongly moved by the opposition with regards to seeking some answers from the Treasury benches. Also some other stories, especially when it comes to many states, especially the southern states, the delimitation issue that has been brought, and the meeting that transpired in Chennai, which was held by the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, and all the southern states converging there, are issues that the southern states have been time and again raising in Parliament. There's been the TMC's demand for a discussion on EPIC. So the government needs to do the tightrope walking, especially when it comes to taking these issues on board, giving assurances that they will be discussed somewhere. We've still got 5 days and 4 days of work left. 8 days of work still left in Parliament. So the government will have to give some assurances that these matters will be discussed Otherwise, we're going to see another stormy session in Parliament on this Monday morning.
Okay, we leave it there. Thank you very much, Arnold Thomas, for joining us.